In this video, we are going to review this Skil impact driver and this Skil drill, and I'm going to give you my overall thoughts on if Skil is a good power tool brand that you should invest in. And also be sure to stick around to the end of the video and I'll tell you how I got these power tools for 50% off, brand new. This is going to be a good video. Let's go. Before I get into the unboxing of these tools, I just want to let you know that Skil or any other company didn't send me these to make this video. They don't know that I'm making this video, so this video is in no way sponsored. As always, I'm going to give you my honest thoughts on if you should invest in these tools, this drill and impact driver, and also just kind of my overall thoughts on the Skil Power Core 12 system as a whole. Okay, so quick overview of what came in each one of those boxes. Pretty similar, but for the drill, you get the drill, you get a 12 volt, 2 amp hour battery, you get a little belt clip that you can put on the side of your drill. That's really nice. And they also give you a Phillips head drill bit. And then of course you're getting your charger. This is a USB-C charger. You also get your owner's manual and registration for both of these packages. Quick note is that Skil does offer a 5-year warranty, but to take advantage of that, you got to make sure that you register your tool. So I'll be sure to do that so I can have my warranty activated. So for the impact driver box, all of the same components were included. The only difference being instead of getting a drill bit, you get a driver bit. Straight out of the box, one of the things that I noticed about this drill, this impact driver, is that they're very lightweight and very comfortable. Now, part of the reason for that is this is a 12 volt drill and driver. This runs on the Power Core 12 system that Skil offers. If it's on the Power Core 12 system, if you're looking at any tool that says Power Core 12, that's going to mean a couple of things. One, it's a 12 volt tool. Also, all of the tools under that heading, they're going to be brushless. So this is a brushless drill, a brushless impact driver. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that it's giving you a higher quality motor inside the tool. I very rarely recommend anyone getting any kind of brushed tools. There's a couple of exceptions. I have a couple of exceptions here in my shop where I have some brushed tools that I actually think are pretty good, but brushless tools are going to just give you more power, more runtime. They're going to last longer. The tool itself is going to last longer because what happens to those brushes inside the brush motors, they eventually wear out and your tool breaks down or needs to be repaired. So the fact that these are lightweight is awesome. The fact that they're brushless is awesome. Really, if these were brush tools, I would not have even purchased them. If you're not familiar with Skil, maybe a battery platform that you can kind of compare the Power Core 12 to would be the Milwaukee M12 fuel system. That's pretty comparable as far as the size and the weight of these tools. Let me show you some of the features for this drill, this impact driver. I'll start with the drill. Really, there's most of the main features that you would expect for a standard drill. You've got the clutch. You've got the variable speed, speed level 1, speed level 2. It adjusts just like any other drill. You take the bit out just like any other drill. So that's completely standard. You've got the trigger lock. You've got forward, reverse, all that kind of stuff. You do have a nice LED light right down here. I'm typically, I don't know, maybe I'm changing on this. I'm typically not a fan of LED lights being at this position on a drill. Other brands do the same thing. I think Ryobi puts their light down there on their drill. I don't know. I just kind of feel like sometimes that can maybe get blocked depending on the angle you're working at. But I don't know. The more I use drills like this, the less I have a problem with the light being down there. Of course, you have the belt clip. The first time I installed this, I installed it backwards and then I had to reinstall it. But this is really, really nice. Just nice that you can clip this on a belt very quickly. The impact driver has that as well. Now, one feature that's really cool about these Power Core 12 batteries, I have never seen this on any other battery. Maybe there's some other brands out there that do this, but no brands that I own in my shop. Is first, this charges with a USB-C, kind of a standard USB-C charger. So you don't even really need to get the Skil brand charger to charge these batteries. You just have your charging block, plug in your USB-C, plug it in down here at the corner of the battery, and this does have a little dust port to keep the dust out of there. And this thing's charging. Very different from like the dock style chargers that rigid Ryobi Milwaukee, all those other brands have. So this is a interesting feature. If right off the bat you know that you're not going to like the USB-C charging option for these batteries, Skil does make kind of the charging dock charger, so that's available as well. It just didn't come with this package. I'm not really sure if it comes standard with any of their tools, but you can get that as an option.
So those are the basic features for the impact driver, for the drill, but there's also a really cool feature that these PowerCore 12 batteries have that I'm not saying it's unique to Skil, but I've never seen any other brand that has this feature. And it's the ability to basically be a built-in power inverter so you can charge small devices straight from your battery. I right here charged up some earbuds that I use a lot in the shop when I'm not running loud equipment, and this was charging up the case just fine with a standard USB-C cord. I think that's a really cool feature, kind of woodworking aside. It's just nice if the power goes out or something like that, you have the ability to charge up your phone, charge up small electronics straight from this low drill battery. I think that is a very innovative feature. A lot of other brands want you to buy a $60, $70, $80 power inverter to have that same function. This is built right into the battery. I think it's a huge value and a really, really cool feature. So well done, Skil.
This Skil impact driver has a couple of features that I have not seen on some other impact drivers that I have reviewed before. First, what's similar? What's similar is, all of the operations, the way you install bits, literally the same as Milwaukee and Rigid and all those other power tools. Your lock, your reverse, your trigger, all that kind of stuff. A couple of things that are different. One, the light on this impact driver. I don't know why they didn't do this with their drill as well. I'm sure there's some mechanical reason, but this is like a 360-degree light that it gives you right here around your driver bit. And it is awesome. I mean, this is the best lighting I've ever seen on almost any kind of power tool, much less an impact driver. Obviously, it turns on whenever you engage the impact driver, but also there's a button right down here at the bottom that you can turn this light on, you can turn it off, and I think that's a really great feature if you almost want to use this as a flashlight. Let's say you're up in a cabinet, lighting's not good, and before you're ready to drive your screw, you can just like turn this light on, turn it off. I think that's a really, really cool feature. Another cool feature about this impact driver is it is variable speed. It has 4 speed settings that you can set this at. You've got speed level 1, 2, 3, and then control mode, CM. Control mode, really, it's basically like an automatic speed. If you have maybe a router or a jigsaw that has automatic speed, what this control mode is going to do is start you off at a level 1 speed to get your screw started, and then once it kind of senses that the screw's ready to be truly driven into the material, it's going to speed up the speed and the torque and the power that's being provided by your impact driver. I think that's a really cool feature. We'll test that out in a second so you can see it in action, but I've never seen that on an impact driver. Maybe I've just missed it. If there's other brands that have that feature, let me know down in the comments. Quick side note, if you're interested in which impact driver bits I recommend getting the Milwaukee Shockwave bits. They are really, really great. You can get packs with lots of different varieties. They go on sale often, and they hold their edge really, really well. So I'm a huge fan of these. I've had other brands of impact driver bits even break on me. And so you want to make sure you get some good bits, and I think the Shockwave are great. So I'll leave a link to a couple of sets that I like down in the description of this video, along with these tools right here. So if you're interested in picking up some bits or this driver drill combo, links are down in the description. Before I give you my final thoughts on Skil so far, what I've experienced, and also this impact driver and this drill, I want to tell you how I got these tools for 50% off. I recently, a couple of weeks ago, started sending out a daily tool deal email to some of my subscribers who subscribe to my email list. And so I was prepping that email one morning. I was looking through all of the different places where I try to find deals, and I ran across these tools, this drill and impact driver and the batteries, and they were 50% off retail price. And I was thinking when I first saw that, I'm like, okay, that's probably just some brush tool. But when I saw that they were brushless tools, 50% off, I mean, I think I got these for like $50 at the time. It was a great, great deal. I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. If you're interested in getting tool deals delivered to your inbox, you can go down in the description of this video and sign up for my weekly tool deal email. I send out probably 5 emails a week. And so would love to have you along if you're interested in finding tool deals. I don't typically just send out like, here's 10% off or 20% off. I really try to find the deals that are really, really good on tools that I would genuinely recommend. I'm not going to send out junk tools. I'm not going to send out tools that you're never going to use. I really try to weed through and find the best possible tool deals from lots of different places. So if that's something that interests you, you can sign up down in the description. If not, no worries at all. Let's get into my final thoughts on these tools. Okay, so overall thoughts on the drill and impact driver. Truthfully, for the drill, my thoughts with 12-volt drills is they're a little bit niche. This is not just a Skil thing. This is kind of like any 12-volt drill thing. I just think you're not going to be using them for heavy drilling. You're mostly going to be doing like small pilot holes when you want a comfortable drill, a lightweight drill, just to do a couple of pilot holes here and there. And for that purpose, I think this drill is great. Battery life was really impressive. I was driving, when I was testing out this drill, I was using a 3/8 inch bit in an actual project setting. I'd probably be using an 18 or a 20 volt power tool. So, not even really like an accurate test, but it held up great. It had great battery life. The power was there, and it has all the features that really I would want on a 12-volt drill. The main thing I love about this is it's powerful, it's lightweight, and it's brushless. I really can't ask for much more. What I did mention earlier in the video, I think I would kind of stand by. I'm not a huge fan of where this light is, but that's me being very, very nitpicky. And then as far as Skil as a whole, both of the drill and the impact driver had this feature. I thought it was a really cool feature that you can take these batteries and charge up your phone. I charged up my earbuds that I use sometimes. I think it's a really cool feature. I mean, forget woodworking for a second. Let's just say the power goes out at your house and you need to charge your phone. You need to charge, just a couple of like small household things. It's great to have some little batteries that you don't need to buy the converter like so many other brands want you to buy. This you can just charge straight off the battery, go straight to USB-C. I think that is a really, really cool feature. I'm not saying it's nowhere else or no other brand has that feature, but I've just never seen it from any other tool brand. So well done, Skil, on that. As far as the impact driver, this impact driver really blew me away. The drill was fine. The impact driver, I mean, if I was given a tool ranking, like overall, I'd give this like an 8.5 out of 10. Very lightweight, very comfortable, very powerful. The light, I think I told you this already. The fact that you get the 360-degree light and you can turn it off and on independently from the trigger, I think that is so, so cool. Power on this was great. Truthfully, as far as like the different modes, I wasn't a huge fan of the control mode, which once again, that's basically automatic. You probably saw in the video, I left that audio in that video that it's really sounds like it's struggling, and then it kind of ends it with more torque, ends the drive with more torque. But I don't know. I think I would personally just leave this in 2 or 3 for most applications. But battery life was amazing. Power was great. And once again, it's super lightweight, super comfortable. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, this is a great impact driver. In fact, I would say for most of what I do in my shop, this will probably be my go-to impact driver in the shop. And I've got a Milwaukee impact driver. I've got a Metabo HPT impact driver. That's an 18 volt. So, for more heavy duty stuff, I'll probably use that. But this really, really blew me away. If you want me to review more Skil power tools, either on the PowerCore 12 line or the PowerCore 20 line, let me know down in the description or in the comment area. Just say more Skil reviews or something like that in the comments, and I'll know what you mean. Because honestly, I've kind of had my interest piqued by how well these tools were. I'm really curious to maybe get a couple of their 20 volt tools and see how they hold up. So if you're interested in that, let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, check out one of these two videos. Can't wait to see you right over here.